Hey everybody, Colin Barker with FYR, our in-house pitmaster. I am so excited to talk to you about the cordless rotisserie that we have built into the FYR grill. All right, first thing we're gonna do with this, I still have my Santa Maria base in here. So if you notice this little black, this black thing holding the grill grates, I like to leave that in all the time. So no need to take that out, leave that in as we use this rotisserie. And we're gonna use these same support posts that came with the Santa Maria. So I already got one side on, because these are accessory posts actually. So this guy just fits down in here, nice snug fit, drops in there. Same post for the Santa Maria we use for the rotisserie. Okay, now the rotisserie has some small pieces. So what we've done, we've included a nice little canvas bag with this that fits under the grill when the grill's all shut down. But we've included this to hold some of these smaller pieces. So let's walk through all of our pieces for our rotisserie, and then let's build it real fast. Super easy, as simple as we could possibly make it. Great system. So first thing inside this bag, we got our motor. Okay, motor is gonna come over here onto my left, but your right side of the grill. Right here we got our battery, USB-C rechargeable, magnetic. It snaps right to the back of the motor. We're getting 10, 12 hour cooks out of this, no problem. On off button, like I said, USB-C rechargeable. And then this plugs in via a DC plug here. And this motor will also come with a DC power adapter. So if the battery's dead, forget to charge it, whatever it is, or you just want to plug that motor in, you can also do that. But take this on the go, use this in the campsite, and use it at the beach, wherever you want to use it. Don't have to worry about power. So we got our battery. Got this one little guy right here. This is real important. We don't want to lose this guy. I'll show you where this goes in a minute, but this goes onto the skewer spit to help everything spin. And then we have our two mounts. So we have your big mount is the motor mount, and then the smaller mount, this is where that little round piece I just showed you runs on to spin on the other side. So let's set this up. And last, we do have two sets of spikes, we'll call them spikes. Got two sets of spikes come with this, so you can easily throw, two whole chickens on this, or whatever you need to, multiple, you want to do it, you're doing a ton of picanha or something, you want to do two kind of separate sections. Very easy to do. And so every grill is coming with two of those if you get a rotisserie. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up the motor side of the grill first. So what's really nice is we have some markers on here, okay? So you got a 10-inch marker coming all the way up to a 22-inch. That is the distance that you're gonna have your rotisserie set to the charcoal grate. So we got nice 2-inch markers coming all the way down here. There is some, the holes coming all the way down this. So this guy will lock in anywhere you want it, all the way down here. So the rotisserie, not only do we have the ability to hook a rotisserie up, but we have the ability through the charcoal dividers. If you check out that video, we have the ability to move charcoal however we want. I personally like to bank charcoal all the way along the back, third of the grate, of the charcoal grate, and then set our rotisserie up. And then we can easily bring our rotisserie up and down if we need to. So the mount here for the motor, I'm gonna set this up in the very top position. So I'm coming right in at the 22-inch mark. This is where I like to start, build a nice base of coals. The motor mount is gonna go on the left side of the grill when you're looking at the grill, when you're looking at the door. And this guy is gonna come here. I'm gonna put it right at the 22-inch mark, and I'm gonna tighten this thumb screw until it lines up with the little hole. And you can see there, can't go up or down at all. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our motor. Our motor comes on, and it's gonna come right here onto the outside of this mount, and it just slides on. Super easy there. And then the battery comes on here and just magnetically attaches right here. All right, so now we got our mount on the other side. This is gonna hold the other side of the rotisserie spit. I'm gonna put this at the same height as I have the motor. So right now I'm going right at 22 inches. I'm gonna tighten that thumb screw into place. All right, let's look at the rotisserie spit. We have one rubber end, one end with kind of a square peg. Square peg goes into the motor, rubber end comes over onto the other side. What we have here, I don't know, the engineers have a name for this. I call this the spinny doohickey. Okay, so this spinny doohickey comes on this side. We're gonna take this, we're gonna slide this all the way down here. And what we're gonna do is when you would put this into the motor after we would load it with our spikes and our meat, this guy right here in this groove, that groove fits onto this right here and makes it so that when we turn the motor on, we tighten this down, and this is what locks the whole rotisserie unit into place. So if we were to turn the motor on, you'll see start to spin nice and slow rotisserie motion, but now there's not any left to right horizontal movement, and this makes it so that the other end doesn't pop out of the motor. So this piece, extremely important. Don't lose this. That's why we included a bag so that this guy goes on. Even when the whole cook is done, I like to take this little piece off, put it in the bag, because it is necessary for the rotisserie to work its absolute best. So let's take this back off, put the spikes on, talk about loading this thing up. So now that we got our rotisserie set up, we're ready to load food on it. Once again, this guy goes on first. We make sure it's tight. We lock in the position we want it, and that never moves. Okay, we got a spike on this end, so food's gonna get loaded here. But before we do that, we need to start putting on the spikes that are gonna hold the food in place. Now here's how the spikes work. Each grill comes with 4 total spikes. So you can do 2 chickens or something. You can hold each bird on with 1 set of spikes. And you can have however many on here at a time as you want. If you only want 1 set on to hold what you're holding, great. If you want both on, awesome. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna load this up and see what 2 sets of spikes would look like. So down here, I'm gonna loosen the little set screw, and I'm gonna put this on, and then I'm gonna grab one and I'm gonna put it on. I'm not gonna worry about any spacing yet. You can see as if food was there. And then I'm gonna take the other set, put it on, and put it on. Now, if I was loading food onto this, what I would have just done is I would have put on 1 spike, and then I would have put, say, a chicken on. And then I would have put on my 2nd spike, and I would have locked that chicken in. The nice thing is while that's on here, the whole bird with these spikes, because these set screws aren't set, could be moving right along. We can position it right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend that as I put on spike number 1, then I put on a chicken. And then I did spike number 2. Then I put on spike number 3, and then I put on another chicken. Okay, so use your imagination. We got a couple chickens on here, okay? What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this, and before I set some of the spikes, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it into our motor, and then I'm gonna drop this in. I'm gonna make sure this guy is nice and locked in right here on this side, ready to go. We're pretending we got a chicken on here. What we can do, these are still loose, so these can still move as we go. We can lock them down whenever. This is hexagonal, the whole actually rotisserie spit, and so what that allows us to lock in onto a flat surface here so that these don't spin at all while we're going. So these have nice little set screws on them. We find a nice flat spot here. I'll spin this around. We find a flat spot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock in this right there onto the spit, and now see that can't move. We're gonna pretend we got a chicken on there. You know, we go, we put it in there, and then, it's good sound effects, and then we come in here, we're gonna tighten this up. And now what we're pretending, we got a nice, big old, beautiful bird sitting there, and we got these locked in, okay? Like, I mean, I'm pulling pretty hard. Oh, see, that one could have moved a little bit. So we want to tighten that down just a little more, okay? Those are moving, not at all. So we got something on here. Now we're ready to cook. Okay, we got our charcoal going. Probably on the rotisserie, we take these grates out, kind of up to you. The nice thing about this setup is that if you wanted to have a little direct grilling area down there to do some direct grilling of some vegetables, the nice thing is those grill grates can be in there. And so you can have something cooking slow up here, and the grill grates still fit cooking a couple chickens, but you want to do some asparagus, you want to throw a steak down there real quick. Nice and easy, you can totally do it all at one time, okay? Now, for the heat setup on here, go back to that video where we talk about doing that charcoal setup and the charcoal dividers. You can do anything, okay? You could even have that bird set up right here in the middle and have that middle area open and just cook over the middle, okay? Or my favorite, mentioned earlier, I like to do that charcoal into the back third here and set stuff spinning. So now this is ready, okay? Battery's plugged in and this is ready to spin, okay? All it is, make sure the battery's turned on, flip the switch on the motor, there we go, okay? And that guy starts spinning. Plenty of battery life on this. This year we spun multiple prime ribs on here together for 6-7 hours, and we used maybe a quarter of the battery. So this thing is gonna spin all day long. You don't need to worry about it. You can get a couple cooks out of it easy. And this guy is just gonna keep going and doing its thing. So this is the Rotisserie on the fire grill, fully cordless, no need to bring it. We'll send you a plug-in, use it at home if you want, but you know, take this camping, take this out to the beach, anywhere you wanna take this, you don't need to plug it in. And this will cook rotisserie all day long for you. So head over to FYR.com, get your grill now, add on that rotisserie attachment. This is a game changer in the rotisserie world. We can't wait to see it. Tag us at Firestarter, and we would love to see everything you are cooking up on this rotisserie. Thanks guys, stay tuned for the next video.